editorial writing, I think this was Brandy's too. So this differs from column writing in that this shouldn't be bylined. A true editorial is the voice of the staff. And it may say staff, it may say simply editorial, but this is not where someone has an I voice in it and someone is speaking of their own experience. This is a collective, this is a we, this is the voice of the paper, an editorial. And if you don't have an editorial in every issue of your publication, you should. Okay. So some state qualifiers. Okay, so you saw this piece was submitted as the editorial cartoon, but here's the editorial that goes with it, the Get Out of Omaha epidemic. Now this one, I would say, bucks my rule that it has a name. So how do we know it's an editorial versus a column? I'm looking really quick. Do we see any first person pronouns? So written as a staff editorial, but filed. So as a judge, I wouldn't have accepted this one. But again, it just qualified them, so they still have to compete for more Class A's. This is another one of my students.
But you can have the byline, like what, and maybe other people do this differently, is we as a staff sit around and discuss.
And then someone still writes
And then
it.
the editor writes it.
Okay, and then you give your editor
Yes.
credit. Okay. So I think maybe I would say Quinn Burton, editor-in-chief on behalf of the staff.
Okay.
You know, or something like that, some sort of language that shows that this was a staff discussion and a staff opinion. Okay. At the state contest, they get their topics and they write it in an hour and 15 minutes. And they're usually really awesome. So, lunch account policy. I remember this one because I did have a competitor there and she said, can you believe that somebody would do this? Does anyone else remember the prompt?
My student tried to write the other side. She's like, that'll be original. And she's like, I couldn't do it.
No. So a school was thinking of stamping hands when your lunch account was low. Really? Anyway, but it made them think. But anyway.
Wow.
Scarlet letter, absolutely.
Oh, that's true.
So, Class A, yeah, so